Okay. So the exercise 4 to 9 we'll see today. Okay. So now how to read data for a pattern file. How to read data for a pattern file. To read the data for the pattern file. File pattern. So what is meant by file pattern? What is meant by file pattern? What is meant by file pattern? So pattern means a similar kind of files. Okay, so with the names. Okay, so for example, if you go to the VM, so you can check in the VM. Okay, so our data. Okay, so this for files pattern. So file pattern. So here I have files like emp underscore one dot txt, emp underscore dot txt. I mean emp underscore with the different names, different numbers are there. One underscore, two underscore, three underscore, four underscore. So here, if you want to process all these files data in a single sequential file, what is the approach that we have? Okay. So that we are going to discuss today and how we can handle the null data. For example, from the business team, we receive null data. How we are going to handle the null data. So that we will see in today's session, and how to create a fix with file, and how to create a fix with file data to a table. So that we will see in today's session, okay? And also how to handle the data type conversion and all. So those things that we will see. So let me log into DataStage. So if you face any errors, if you face any challenges during the practice, so please text it to me or in the group so that I can help you. Okay. So first of all, now let's discuss what is a file pattern. So here, whenever you want to read the data from the file pattern, what are the criteria required? Delimiter should be same. So what is meant by delimiter? What is meant by delimiter? Someone has to give prompt. What is meant by delimiter? This we have discussed in the previous session. Okay. What is meant by delimiter? Yeah, Vinita, you were saying something.
Yeah, it
Sally.
separates the record data.
Yes, correctly. Yes, Sally, you were saying something.
Yeah, we can separate the columns.
Columns, correct. So for example, I will show you a sample file. Okay. So this is the file. Okay. So in this file, what is the separator? Column to column separator is comma. Okay. And here also in the second file, column to column separator is comma. So, okay. So whenever you are reading data from a file pattern, what is the criteria required? Metadata should be same. Metadata should be same. Okay. And metadata and delimiter should be same. So then only we can read the data from various file pattern methods. Okay. So various file pattern methods in this emp underscore. Okay. 1.txt. So like this. So if the files are so not I just given a number, okay. So sometimes it will be some date or a date with the timestamp, yesterday's date like this. So 20250 2. What is yesterday's date? 02. Some timestamp also will be there when the file is generated, like it's generated in the morning, 6 a.m. Okay, some 45 seconds dot txt. Okay, so sometimes we receive data like this. Suppose if you are processing invoice data of various regions, okay, INV invoice underscore. Okay, so here we will receive a file pattern from various time zone. We want to process it single ETL process. So what is the approach by using this file pattern? Okay, so now let's see how we can design the job. So here I have opened designer client. Okay, so here let's create a new job. Okay, so go here in the new parallel job. Now what you can do, go to files, sequential file stage. Okay, and here you can take another sequential file stage as a target. And now let's see, take any transformer or a sort stage. Okay, so here let's make a connectivity. Okay, so drag and drop. Just put the cursor here, just drag and drop. Okay, just I'll show you one more time. So here put the, don't click on that. Okay, just put like this and drag, right click, drag and drop. That's it. Right click from the mouse and drag and drop. Okay, so double click on this sequential file. Okay, so here I want to read the data for a file pattern. Choose the option here, file pattern. Okay, so when you read data from file pattern, automatically it will convert into parallel mode. That we have discussed in the yesterday's session. Okay, yesterday's session in the sense like Friday's session. Okay, now go here, browse for file. Okay, so before defining this, what we can do, we have files for practice folder. Okay, so these files I have shared already. Okay, so now go to source, copy those files and place it here. Okay, source folder. Now what you can do, go to C drive, source folder, file pattern, click on first file. Okay, so this first file. Okay, so to read data for how to search a similar files in with the various patterns. Okay, so here the logic is after underscore give star. Okay, so what are all the files are there? Okay, so all the files it will read. Copy this. Okay, and here you can paste it. Copy paste. That's it. So first line in each file having the column name or not, that you need to check. Okay, so here you can see first line is a column name. If it is there means then you have to define true. Okay, and keep the file pattern. Okay, so keep the file pattern. This one as false as default one, and handling rejects. Okay, so in the next exercise where we will do this handling the rejects. Okay, capture null data. Okay, at present we'll load the data into another file. Okay, so keep the progress interval, the logging information as it is, and it's a comma separated file. Come to the format. Okay, so here so delimiter is comma, and if you have two delimiters, so here there is an option two delimiters are there in the file. So either of this you have to select. So here I have comma pipe. two delimits are there. Like that, here you can enter. Okay. So in the last session, Vinita has asked if you have two delimits in a two delimits is a column separator. So how we can handle this? We can handle with field defaults string, delimiter string that you need to choose. Okay. So now, so if it is having multiple separators, delimiters, so delimited string as we have to use. Okay. And here, so if it is only one separator, then we have to use the delimiter. Okay. So here it's a comma. I choose comma. If it is other delimiters, according to the requirement, you need to change the delimiter here. And codes. So codes, so for any string data type, so do you have any data is in special codes? Okay. So here same file I have given with the different names. So we don't have any data with codes for string columns, right? So then none, you can choose none here. Okay. If it is single quotes or double quotes, you have to enter the similar way. Now go to fields, and so here we are not handling the nulls, right? So give null field value a single space. Okay. So we'll process the null data. Okay. So now let's see. So already comma separated files we have already. Okay. So click on OK. Click on OK. So whenever nullability here, if you set to no, then here no need to define the null field value. Okay. So let's define the nullability to yes. Okay. So let's do one thing. Let's import the metadata for file pattern files. Okay. So in the previous session, we have discussed this, like how we can import metadata for a sequential file. Go to table definition, sequential file stage. Okay, file pattern. Take one file, choose one file. First line is a header, definition. So here we need to enter the displayed length, that is the profile length, the maximum length for each column. Okay, and 6. So this is for name 6, job 9. Okay, and this is for date column, no need to enter the length. It will be default as 10, and salary 4, and display length. Here you need to check. Okay, commission 4. Okay, so 2. Okay, so at present nullability set it to yes. Okay, so then in the next exercise we will set it to no. Okay, so click on OK. That's it. So here you can see it's importing the table definition. Okay, and the next we'll do one more thing. So earlier we have set to nullability to yes, right? So now, so for the second file, we'll set the nullability no. Okay, and enter the length, display profile length, that is displayed length 6, 9, 4. So for date data type, nothing to enter, keep it as blank. 4, salary 4, commission 4, and this one is 2. So click on OK. So this was second file. Okay. Now close. Okay. So now here you can see in the repository. the table definition that we have imported, that we can see in the repository. Okay. So let's consider yes nullability. Okay. Click on OK and double click here. Drag and drop all the control A, drag and drop. Okay. So here, just I will show you one more time how to map, how we can do the mapping. So control A from the keyboard and just put the cursor here, left click, drag and drop where you want to map. That's it. So this is the way to do the mapping. Now click on OK. Now let's define the file here. Okay. So target. Okay. So we can make, go to target folder, C drive target folder. File pattern CSV. So file pattern.csv file that I'm giving the name like this. You can give your own name. Okay. So you can give .csv so that if you have more records now, then it will be look good to see the output. Okay. Double quotes. So if you want to define the quotes, you can define, otherwise not required. So null field value. Okay. Single space, you consider that. Now click on OK. Now save this job. So this is the option to save or go to files. Click on save. Control plus S. Okay. So I'm pressing Control S from my keyboard. So it is redirecting to the repository for saving this job. Okay, so whenever you write any program, okay, so it may be any programming, you have to save the program before you're compiling. Okay. Similarly, in data stage also we have to do the same thing. So this is the folder, jobs. So exercise 4. Save this. Give some name, okay, save this, okay, save, click on save. You need to choose the path where you want to save, okay. Now, job got saved. What is the next step? We have to compile. So this is the option where we can compile. So here you can see the blue bubbles right here. So here, and other option is go to files, and F7. Okay, so here you can see. Click on compile here. So job started compiling. So here it got compiled. Now run. So this is the green button is there, right? So this is the run. Or you can go here and click on run. Okay. So here the options are available here. You can run from here itself. Click on run. Okay, right click. See here, 60 records from the input has been transferred to output. Okay. So now let's see the output file. Okay, go to target folder. Okay, from C drive. So these are yesterday's. So this is the file, output file. Okay. So total, how many records are there? Total here we have 60 records, right? Here total we have 60 records. Okay. So let's, yeah. So here you can see the number 61. So here one record, I mean, the first one is a header that we can minus. So 61 minus 1, that is 60. So 60 records has been transferred from all the pattern files. Okay. So all these files has data, whatever it is there, it is transferred to the output. Okay. So there might be a chance of null data. Okay. For example, here you can see here the data is blank, MGR field. So there are some blank records. How we can drop those null values? Simple. Okay. What we can do, remove this here, nullability. Okay. And nullability field. And here set this file pattern as and the nullability, this one, nullability as no. Okay. So already we have imported the table definition with nullability no. So this file, second file, we have imported nullability no, right? Yeah. Now click on OK. Again, double click on transformer. So here, now normally we can edit like this, null, okay. So instead of doing all these things, what we can do, delete everything and remap it again. Okay, Control A, put the cursor here, drag and drop, that's it. So click on OK. The same file. So here what you can do, null field value, nothing, not required here. Okay. So click on OK. So here earlier we have set nullability yes. Now we are setting no. Now let's see how many records will transfer to the output. So the file name, target file name, I have kept the same file name of previous run. Okay. So here before running the job, so here you can see 30, 30. Total 60 records got successful. Okay. And here you can see 0 records. Okay. So 0 records got rejected. Okay. I'm running the job. Click on run. So the previous run will turn into blue color. So when you're running the same job, the previous log it will turn into blue color. Okay. So here it receives some warnings. What is that warnings? So MGR column has some issue. MGR field has some imported warning because MGR field having null data. Okay. So here you can see import 4 unsuccessful records. Okay. So 4 records got getting rejected. Okay. So here out of 60 minus 4 records, so 56 records only it has transferred to the output. Okay. So it has transferred to the output. 4 records got rejected. Okay. So this is exercise number 4. So any questions guys here? Any questions?
No.
Okay. Vinita? Saikiran?
No, just
Okay. So now I want to capture, see, four null records got rejected, right? So how to capture the nulls? Okay. Capturing the null data. Where we can capture the null data? So here we can capture the null data. We can capture the null data in a file, okay? So I'm saving this job. Exercise 5. Null data capture, okay? So the job name should be some meaning, right? Null data we are capturing now. Click on save. Okay. And here what we can do, we want to capture the nulls, right? So drag and drop the sequential file. And here make a connectivity. Okay. So here dotted lines are rejected lines. Now what you can do, reject mode. We have to give output. Okay. And the rest of the process is similar, okay, of the previous job, previous design. So just we need to define the rejected file, okay. File pattern reject. Okay. Double quotes none. Click on OK. Now save, compile and run this. Now let's see what happens. So any data that is having null records, that it will transfer to the output. Okay. I press Control L. I mean, okay. So Control L will open this log here. Control plus L. Okay. So job started running. So here you can see whenever it is a blue color, job is in running state. Okay. Okay. So here you can see 56 records as transferred here. Okay. To the transformer stage, and 4 records got rejected. 4 records got rejected. Okay. So this is the way to capture the null data. So now let's see the output, guys. Okay. So go to target. So what are the possible records? So wherever king is there, okay. So king want to report anyone because his reporting manager is null. Okay. So if you see the king record here, he wants to report to anyone because he's the owner of the organization. Okay. So that is the reason here we have blank. I mean null. Okay. So each file has one record king. So that has been getting dropped off. Okay. Okay. So I want to know from which file having the issue. So here what you can do, you can give the file name. Okay. So here from file name. So file name. Okay. So no need to define the length. The same name here you have to consider. So choose varchar here. Okay. Click on OK. So I want to map one column. How we can do that? Okay. So just drag and drop. Okay, one column like that. One column, drag and drop here. Now click on OK. Again, save, compile, and run this job. Okay. So job started running. So if we want to know from which file the data is getting rejected, okay. So if it is single file, obviously single file will be there. Okay, if we are reading data from pattern, right? So multiple files are there. Okay, so in that case, I want to know from which file data is getting rejected. Go to target. So here the file name it's not reflecting, but here we can so if you see the output, the file name here that we will get. Okay. So file name column. Okay. And how we are going to handle the null data. Okay. So next exercise. So is it clear, guys? This exercise number 5.
Yes, yes.
Okay, Jesse.
Yeah, right. So, so in the next exercise, how we are going to handle the null data. That we'll see now. Okay. So I'm saving this same job. Six. Okay. And we had to go different null data handling. So click on save. Okay. So now how we are going to handle that? So to handle the nulls, the simple step is we need to, whenever we receive null data, okay. So in the null data column section here in the format. So here null field value, you have to consider the single space and columns nullability. So whenever you give null field value single space here, okay. So here what you can do, nullability you need to set it to yes, okay. Okay. So click on OK. And similarly, here also, here you need to give nullability yes. Okay. Click on OK. And in the target, in the format, here also, you have to handle the nulls. Okay. So click on OK. Okay. So now what you can do, save, compile, and run this job. Getting some background noise. So okay. Now click on run. Okay. So here you can see we have handled the nulls. So that is the reason rejected records none has entered here because it is processed. By nullability we set it to yes, and null field value we have set it to single space. Okay. So single space in the sense like this. Next to enter button on the left side, 2 times you have to press. Okay. So this is the way to handle the null data. Okay. Yeah. So any questions here, guys? So we have completed 4, 5, 6 assignments. Okay.
No question.
So, okay. Okay. So now let's now let's create. I mean, we'll work on exercise number 7. How to create fixed width file by using the source EMP tab file. Okay. So input is EMP tab file. Okay. Tab delimiter file you have to take. Okay. So here input, go to source. Okay. C drive source. Tab delimiter file. This file we have to read the data. Okay. And we need to create fixed width file. Okay. In the source itself. So we will do that exercise now and we'll close the session for today. And tomorrow we will see this exercise number 8 and 9. Okay. Take a new job. So here tab delimiter file. Okay. So sequential file stage as input. And you can choose transformer. Okay. And output, we need to create a sequential fixed width file. So by creating by using sequential file only where we can create. Okay. So if you want to rename this, okay, so how to right click rename sequential EMP. The file name here you have to mention tab. Okay. Make a link connectivity. Right click, drag and drop. Similarly, right click, drag and drop. LNK SRC data. Source data. Okay. So here rename LNK TGT, target data. Okay. And CQ. CQ tab. Can fix it with file. Fixed with file. Okay. XFM. So fixed. Give some name. Okay. Now double click on this file. Okay. So here call the tab delimiter file. Go to C drive, source, tab delimiter file. Okay. So null field value, single space, true. Okay. And here you need to choose the delimiters tab. Okay. And double quotes, none. Okay. So here you can, if you want to handle the null data, use single space. Okay. Let's handle the null data. Now import the table definition. Okay. EMP tab is there here. No, it's not there. Oh, already it's there. Already we have imported. Okay. So now click on. Okay. So here, okay, here there you need to check. Okay, I will show you one more time. Like, so import table definition, sequential file stage. Go to source, tab, import. You need to choose tab here, and first line is a header. You need to check the file. Okay, so first line is a header or not, that you need to see. So first line is header. Okay. And go to define. Okay, so here modify the length and click on OK. So already we have imported. Okay, and nullability you need to set it to yes. Okay, so now double click on here. Okay, so drag and drop. Okay, so here whenever if you want to create a fixed width file, make sure your data type should be char. For the last column, okay, you have to give varchar. The reason is it will occupy the space. Okay, so here char, I'm considering char. This one also char, 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 and define the length for date data type length is 10. Okay, and char, char, or char. Okay, the last column here we have to give. So here, why we are giving char? The main reason is like if there is any spaces, so that will be get trimmed up. If you give char, the spaces also will be allocated like that same way. Okay. So higher date we can read it at No, okay, so let's see whether now click on OK. Now define the target. So target, this output is input in the next job. Okay, exercise number 8. Okay, we are doing 7, and it will be the input. The exercise 7 output will be the input for 8th job. Okay, so that is the reason here I am creating in the source folder. EMP fixed with .txt. Okay. So here for fixed width file, we don't have any metadata. So let it be false. Go to partitioning, it will be default as auto collector. Now, final delimiter, record level final delimiter will be end, and field level delimiter is none. Whenever you are loading data in a fixed width file, make sure you kept none. And double quotes also, you should not give. Okay. So if there is any null field value, that also we need to read. Okay, so for that purpose, handle the null field value single space. Okay, so now click on OK. Now save, compile, and run this job. Exercise 7, right? 7, load data fixed with. Okay, so click on save. Just a few seconds. Yeah. Now click on run. So job is already ready. Yeah, you can see the log, it started. Okay. Just a few seconds, it will get completed. Yeah. Now let's see the output. Output where we can see, you can see in the source. So this is the one. So here delimiter, we have not mentioned anything. Okay. So here you can see the data with the position wise. Okay, first 4 bytes are number. So here I have given name as 6. Okay, 6, and designation as 9. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. So like that, position wise, we will read. Position wise, the data will create. Data will create. So that is the reason here I have given char as a data type. Okay, so here why you have not given varchar? Why you have given varchar here? The reason is last, if there is any extra, like length. So here we have two bytes. If it is, if the department number is only single digit, then unnecessary garbage value will be stored if you use char data type. So that is the reason I use varchar. So varchar will allocate the space, whatever the bytes that is occupied, the remaining space will be freezed out and it won't show the garbage value. That is the reason I used varchar. Okay. For the last column. Okay. So that's it for today, guys. Yeah. So any questions? So Raviteja, please finish installing the VMware. Even Sai
Yeah,
can.
I said.
Okay. Yeah. Saujanya, start practicing this exercise. Okay. So if you face any errors, no, you can reach out to me.
Yes.
Okay.